I am so excited to do this quirky, nutty thing with you to get ideas for your own arty nonfiction book. I collect books, who doesn't? And I have a lot of vintage books that I've gotten from libraries and used bookstores and library sales and just all over the place. And what I love about showing these to you is that it will give you sort of thinking outside the box, because whenever we look at vintage things, there were aesthetics and vibes and interests in things from a different time than when you go to a bookstore now, and we see a lot of the what's happening now, and it can kind of get you narrow. So this should explode your mind a little bit for the Arty book course, which I teach. Okay, first up, fun with mathematics. Oh, it's more fun with mathematics. So I guess there was already fun with mathematics. Games and puzzles, mathematical tricks and curiosities, brand new charts and unique systems for instant answers. Oh, sounds very modern. So, oh, and on the back, I always look at the back of a book. On here, it happens to be an ad for photographic memory, but I see there are some ads inside. So what I like to look at too in any book, and I suggest this for you, look at the publisher, which was Fawcett Publications, copyright 1963. And then this is really more of a magazine kind of format, but that's okay. Then I look at the table of contents, which is here. Don't be freaked out by a table of contents. It can be very short. Introduction, preference, the mental wonderland of mathematics, the power of calculus, other number languages. Cool. And I look at how many pages, 112. That's not atypical for a highly visual book. Then I look at the format inside, like what's going on? How is it laid out? Oh, I don't know that this is fun with mathematics, but maybe, but there you go. So it's a lot of pages like that. Okay. I'm sure it's fascinating. I'm sure. I really, no disrespect, but I need something a little more fun, a little less math and a little more fun. So how about you do a book like that? Make math and arithmetic fun. That's a book I've been wanting to do forever. Arithmetic for fun. And you can have characters and you can have stories if it's for children, but my book is for adult. So how could it be interesting to the adult reader? How could you teach them something about math? There's a wonderful book, math with bad drawings. Love it. It's accessible. It has bad drawings like stick figures, which are actually very charming. Okay, let's look at another. I know this is for children, but you can make it interesting to the adult reader or make it in some way. So this is the first book of words, their family histories. So it's etymology, not to be confused with entomology. I think etymology is words and enta is insects. What is a word? So this is a book. It is all about language. I would love to read that and see it beautifully illustrated and learn something about language. See, there's the cave person, I think a woman maybe, and the modern man. Interesting. So that's an idea. These are both children's books again, vintage, pencil playtime, pastimes. People love games. They love any kind of like Sudoku books, but you could do a book like with all these kinds of activities. This is so visual, beautiful typography too. Word games, quizzes, mazes, crossword puzzles, but it could be beautiful, like a gorgeous hardcover journal that you write in and draw in. This was my sister's book. Look at that, 1957. And this is the table of contents, which is basically one chapter for each puzzle. Okay, and the answers are on page 122. So imagine how fun it would be to do a book like that that's just beautifully illustrated for any age. Then this is really unusual, but I had to show it to you. Ventriloquism for beginners. Why not? Do you have some odd and unusual passion that you could make a sort of quirky book out of that people would just love to read about and see your beautiful illustrations or your art or photographs? I'm not going to show you the interior. Well, okay, now you're going to want to see it. Oh, look at this photo. Here we go. So, you can look at these old books and get ideas. This is a little more modern. This is from 2001, Sea Glass Chronicles. You could do a whole book on sea glass, and you could do it in any number of ways as a researcher, or you could show your collection and write anecdotes about where you were when you collected your sea glass or sea pottery, or you could write into your proposal that you will go to places and get sea glass and sea pottery and shells and so forth, and make it almost a journal that's beautifully illustrated, somewhat educational, but we get to join you on your travel. I love it. Somebody should do that. So I hope you find that useful. There are a million ways to write an arty nonfiction book, but it comes down to something you could see spending several months on, that you're excited about, that you could be passionate about, that could involve lots of drawings or your photographs or your graphic design treatments or your art completely, whatever you want, however you want to do it. My point is, find something you can obsess on. And don't worry if you're like, well, I don't have many ideas about it, I just like it. That's your starting point. Then you can research, you can talk to people, you can interview people, you can go to the library, you can go to the south coast of wherever to find your shells. And you don't have to be an expert. You can be a curious learner and write about it. Don't have to be an expert. Who's an expert? What is an expert? Somebody who's just done it a while. I now pronounce you expert. You're going to learn it your way and show it your way with beautiful illustrations. I hope that helps. I did another vintage book video for class, along with lots of other goodnesses to help you write your pitch, make your pitch to publish your cool book. Thanks.